So for those of you who don't follow the Grammys on any sort of social media, or don't follow any of the people nominated on social media, or who had more important things on the news than the Grammy nominations, Pentatonix was nominated for their second Grammy this year. Like today, I think. It's for their cover of Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy, which is arranged fantastically. And we all know that that category, like Best Instrumental / Acapella Arrangement, was invented just for them to win it, after the Daft Punk thing. So, I ask you, I want to pose a question to you. Why do I care? Let me take a step back. Let me try to answer this. I care on some level about Pentatonix. Sure, I like their music. Everything else I know about Pentatonix is the same reason why I am so deeply attached to anything on this planet. And that's because of community. Community. What even is community? It's a bunch of people, right? It's a bunch of people living in the same space. Or at least that's what it used to be. But with the dawn of the internet, you don't have to live in the same space. We all have the same address, and it's either gonna be like Chrome or Firefox. Please tell me you're not using Internet Explorer. I love you, but you need help if you're using Internet Explorer these days. We all form our own communities. So that can't be what a community is. It's not just proximity. It's a group of people. A community is, it like, at its most basic definition, just two or more people. Typically, though, the definition for, also if you're wondering, that's not a bruise. That's me messing with Sharpie in an attempt to create something to look like a bruise. Something I did in play practice because we were experimenting a bit for this scene in which people fight, or whatever. Anyway. We typically define community as a group of people with either a shared common interest or a shared connection. And these sound similar, but they're kind of different. This common interest unites the people enough to be civil to each other, but this common connection brings something deeper. It forges relationships, and it makes people care about each other. So how do I know what I know about Pentatonix? I know a lot through their social media. I know through YouTube, and their Twitters, and their Facebook pages, and all of the people who upload, like, the Periscopes and stuff, because I don't have Periscope. And all of the people who post links to their Instagrams on Tumblr, because I don't have an Insta. Because I don't have a smartphone, it's that simple. But so I know through their outreach to the community. And there's this community of fans called Pentatonix, and I have grown in my knowledge because of this community. And this community has grown closer to each other through the music and through this common shared interest in the music and the creators of the music. And so the whole internet at large is like that too. It's why hashtag Team Internet is a thing. You have all of these YouTubers, for example, who work together and celebrate each other's achievements. Like you had everybody promoting Binge. You have everybody talking about The Fault in Our Stars. You had everybody talking about Choi's album. And that's because there's this sense of community that's forged by seeing the same people doing the same stuff, and then engaging with each other on the stuff you're doing. And so, all of the internet rejoices when Pentatonix gets nominated. Or not all of the internet. But this internet that has this community, this hashtag Team Internet business. There, and everybody is celebrating tonight. And I think that extends far beyond the internet, too. Community is one of the primary reasons I am a Christian. Because life is impossible by yourself, and We are called to commune with Christ. We are called to communion, which literally is coming together with Christ, either physically or metaphorically with his flesh and blood. And in that literal or metaphor, growing closer to him spiritually. And we are called to eat together, which is a very intimate experience. If you've ever shared a meal with somebody, you know that it's a lot. If you have a 5-minute conversation while eating, it's a lot more intimate than the exact same 5-minute conversation without food, if the exact same words are said. Just because eating is a vulnerable thing. And I'm not quite sure why that is, though I think it has a lot to do with societal pressures on different groups of people to eat certain foods. And eating authentically sort of rejects that. And I think that's part of the reason I crave physical contact with people. Hugs, handshakes, high fives, just sitting next to somebody and feeling their body push into mine like on a plane or something. I crave these because they are physical representations of these communities that give me life. And I am just always so grateful for these communities I lurk in. I'm grateful, as challenging as it might be, for my family, because I think that they were the first community I encountered, and so they teach me a lot about how communities should work, how they shouldn't be, and I'm always very high-strung when I'm around my family, and it's because I know that I can afford to be high-strung, because they're not gonna get they're gonna get mad at me, but they're not gonna, abandon me. They can't. And it's why I'm so grateful for the people at school, as complex as those relationships are due to any number of things, because you can't go through all of these classes and all of these assignments and all of these tests and whatever without growing closer. I'm excited that I got 100 on a history pop test, for example. Pop test, not quiz. Because I got 100 on it, but I'm more excited because I know there's this community of people who took the same test who are so excited for me that I did so well. And of course, it's why I'm so excited and grateful for the community at church. Because they, more than any other community, show and demonstrate true unconditional love, acceptance, and this bond. And for a while I thought I was going to find something even purer than that on the internet. And I think there was a point in time where I was in the right direction. But I'm not quite sure even now how maintaining internet friendships works. And so we have this thing where I'm still closer to people in real life than I am on the internet. And I am very much okay with that. Not because I don't want to have real deep internet friendships, but because I value the ones at church so much. And so that's why I'm excited that Pentatonix is nominated for a Grammy, because I think it speaks so much about the community that is developed to support them. Because if YouTube hadn't come together and deemed them successful, deemed them promising, hadn't watched Daft Punk so many times, over 100 million times, and hadn't supported them, then they wouldn't have been big enough, even though they won the sing-off, to probably have a Grammy. It takes community to propel anybody. And of course, this is why I have to say that I'm so grateful for the currently 23 subscribers I have. Because you and we're forming our own community here too. And I'm so excited to continue seeing how it changes shape and what propels it forward. And I am just so grateful to each and every one of you. And I know at the end, I'm always like, was this video informative? Leave a like. Was this video inflammatory? Leave a comment. Was it intriguing? Subscribe. I thought long and hard about this because I wanted a catchphrase and I liked the I thing. But I thought what I wanted to say for comments, and intriguing doesn't really sum it up. I want you to make comments about whatever you want. I want you to talk to me, because I currently feel like this is very much a video diary. And that's not necessarily what I'm going for. Like, I'm fine with the way it is. I'm so grateful. But I think there's so much more potential if we talk. Make a throwback to the video response days. Make a video in response to this. Tag me in it. I'll see it. I'll watch it. I'll talk about it. Or just leave a comment. Or hit me up on Twitter or Tumblr using the hashtag AskAzaria or the messaging system to get featured in a Just Asking Monday, where I verbalize your questions and then respond to them live without being able to take the time to pause and type and delete and rewrite and whatever. And I also just really love Pentatonix's music, and I'm so excited for them, and I'm so proud of my children. I hope you have a great day.